Question 15 in exercise 5.5 is a quite tricky one, so I think I'll do it with you. So what you've got is this wedge-shaped solid. So the front face is a sector, and then it goes 6 centimeters deep. So that's the wedge shape. If that makes sense. Okay, so we know to get, first of all, they want the volume. Volume, we know, that's a formula, special formula for volume. It's cross-sectional area times the height. This is the cross-sectional area here, the yellow. So that there will be our area. And then the height is here. So to get the area of that sector, half r squared theta, so we put that in and we get 225 pi on 12. So that's our area, which now goes where A is in that formula for volume equals A times H. H we know is 6, so put that in your volume formula, and there you have it, 225 pi on 2 cubic centimetres. Part B was quite interesting. Got to be able to visualise all these shapes. So it's pretty obvious this shape here. I've coloured in up here. It's a 6 by 15 rectangle, but there's one on the top and one on the bottom. That's why I had to times it by 2. Also, you've got the 225 pi on 12, which is the area of that sector, one at the front, one at the back, times it by 2. The bit that was interesting was the area of that face there, which is hidden. So if you think about it, that curved face there, it's here. Now you might say you don't get that. Well, I want you to imagine that curved face is part of, so there it is there, that curved face there. You could imagine it was part of, if that continued for a full circle, part of a strip. That is, when you actually flatten it out, sort of like the label of a can. When you flatten out a label of a can, it comes out to be a rectangle. And the rectangle would have, that would be the circumference, so that wraps right around the circle. So that's 2 pi r, which is why I've got 2 pi and 15 there. And how wide is it? We'll have a look. That there is 6. How do I get that? Let's go back to our original diagram. There it is there, 6. So think about that strip, 6 centimetres. That would go fully around a circle, but we have only got 1/12 of it. How do I know? Because pi on 6, what fraction of 2 pi is that? It's 1/12. So I know that I've really only got 1/12 of this whole area. So this whole area, if it was the full thing, would be, you know how to do area of a rectangle, 6 by 2 pi times 15. So 6 by 2 pi on 15. But I actually want 1/12. That's what this fraction here is. That's 1/12. There's me figuring out what pi on 6 is as a fraction of the full circle 2 pi. 1/12. Okay, so once you put all that together, you get, and work it down with a bit of algebra. Oops. You get 15 on 2 outside of 24 plus 7 pi. But you might want to check out my working as to how I got there for a little minute. That was a tricky one, and it was the last one in the set, thank goodness.